up.
He's any races there, I'm taking a spot.
They got a lot of stuff to say about the car. They know what's coming.
Everybody behind me is a big block.
He might be on a one-way trip out of there.
Big old wheel stand. Pontiac taking the win light.
I came into the number 2 list race with my back against the wall. I had to run huck step for the 8 spot. We had some kind of controversy. Gene had broke, wasn't doing no more racing that night, so we ended the night thinking that I was going to get to run the 8 car. But the rules say I have to race to advance to the number 9 spot, so I knew I had to win the race to have any chance of staying on the list for that day, because we had Ben Chick. That car's a monster.
Whoever loses this race is going to face Ben Chick for the number 10 spot. And if they can't move their way up in another race or another round this race, then they'll have to defend the 10 spot. So it's very important. These guys want to win this race. They want to move on. They want to get up on the list so they're not in that 10 spot, because whoever's in the 10 spot is always a threat that you're going home and you're getting knocked off the list.
The tow truck. Coming up on the Pertex side of the racetrack, Mike Ratliff. He's number 5, the tow truck number 4. This is a call out for number 4 on the Ultimate Street list. Both drivers moving with problems, but it's Mike Ratliff's Falcon that's moving through for the win light. Taking the number 4 spot is Ratliff, and that hard-charged Falcon, the tow truck, having trouble there. Pete Decker and Richard Tillman. Your next pair up. Tillman in the Cotton Mustang, Decker in the Chevy Camaro. A challenge for the number 2 spot on the Get Fast 1 RVA Ultimate Street list. The Mustang here on the Pertex side. The Chevy Camaro over on the George Mason lane. The Camaro moving first. Does he have enough to hold off the Mustang? Not tonight, baby. Cotton streaking away for the win light and holding on to number 2. It is John Dunn. Dunn bringing up the Dart, taking on Charles Forrest, one of the most feared cars on the list right now. This beautiful Chevy Camaro over there on the George Mason side, taking on the wheel-standing Krusty Dart for the J. Dunn Construction Team and John Dunn. Forrest had a day full of trouble. The earlier test session got everything together, and now he's challenging for the number 6 spot, currently held by John Dunn. Dunn moving away first. Dunn's moving away faster, and Dunn holds on to number 6. Chuck Otters and Don Huckstep. Huckstep over there in the Ford Mustang. Otters here in the Chevy Camaro. Otters trying to get off of that dangerous territory when you look at a shootout full of unbelievable hot rods, including Ben Check, who already qualified to race for the number 10 spot at our last list race. Otters Camaro, Don Huckstep's Mustang. This is a race for the number 8 spot, trying to move your way up the list, because the loser here gets to race Ben Chick in that Josh Tonsky-tuned Mustang. Otter's moving first, nice wheels up launch. Huckstep trying to hold right with him as they head out to the top end. The wind light's gonna go. Chuck Otters knocking down a number 8 position on the Get Fast 1 RVA list.
I don't know. I let off trans brake. I never seen him. I'm just saying. Didn't run as advertised. Nitrous to the top.
This is shaping up to be a little bit of a rough night here. We put a new front end on the truck. We expected it to go down the track, A to B. We came out and did testing. It worked perfect. The 60-foot was great. Came out here tonight and the track conditions have changed. It's gotten cooler and for some reason it just spun.
Huckstep ran for the 8 spot. I came out on top, put him at number 9, and just went on from there.
Grab your seat because Session 2 of the Get Fast 1 RVA list is coming right up. Watts, Glenn, Coonley, Daniel, Robertson, Provost, and William Glenn C10 coming back for the next round of the shootout. Challenge spots off of their ultimate street list here is John Dunn and Brandon Terry. This is a race for the number 5 spot. Between the cars with the worst paint jobs, right? The tow truck. Out of the Performance Dynamics shop over on the George Mason side, taking on the Crusty Dart here on the Pertec Fluid Solutions lane. A couple of Mechanicsville guys getting ready to square off. Call-outs underway. This is a race for the number 5 spot on the Ultimate Street list. Everybody staged up, the instant green start. Terry having troubles. John Dunn pilots his rocket ship down the Pertec side and takes the win light. John Dunn will take the number 5 spot on the Ultimate Street list. The Falcon coming up with Mike Ratliff going to take on Pete Decker. A race for the number 3 spot. The Ford Falcon on the Pertex side. Decker's Chevy Camaro over there on the George Mason lane. A couple of guys who have hauntingly stuck around on this Ultimate Street list in a way which is nearly undescribable, both of them. Excellent competitors, outstanding hot rods. As the Camaro moving, the Falcon chasing, heading out to the top end. The race for the number 3 spot goes to Mike Ratliff. Lighting the hides and coming out of the box. How about Charles Forrest trying to defend his number 7 position against Chuck Otters in a battle of the Chevy Camaro. Otters worked his way off of the number 10 spot, and now he says, I am ready to move up the list in a big way. First, he's got to run by Charles Forrest, and, well, that's not the easiest job to do. Boostzilla, the Chevy Camaro for Forrest, taking on the nitrous-equipped Camaro of Chuck Otters. On the Pertex side, if you haven't gotten some of those 804 Chuck shirts, Chuck's got them for sale in this pit area. Boostzilla just knocks him out here and holds on to the number 7 position. Don Huckstep and Ben Chick. It's actually a race for the number 9 position. Ben Chick, the Josh Tonsky tuned Mustang, taking on Don Huckstep's Ford Mustang out of Glen Allen. Huckstep currently number 9, Chick number 10. Getting ready to race them here. It's time to start moving up the list. That Chick entry on the Pertex side of the racetrack looking like he's racing on mean tonight, moving up to number 9. Round of call-outs right here. And it's going to end with a big one, baby. This is a race for your number 1 spot between Richard Tillman's Cotton Mustang on the Pertex side of the track and your current number 1 competitor, the Tuck-built Ford Mustang for Brandon Tuck over on the George Mason lane. Huge run coming up here. We've been waiting for a number 1 run for a long time, and here we go. A couple nitrous-fed Ford Mustangs pull up on the Thornton Motorsports starting line as Cotton, with Richard Tillman behind the wheel, challenges Brandon Tuck for the number 1 spot on the Get Fast 1 RVA Ultimate Street list. Everybody's in the instant green start, side by side off the starting line and heading out to the top end. Cotton taking the number 1 spot. Richard Tillman, your new number 1 on the Ultimate Street list. What a huge round of Ultimate Street racing. Guys have shuffled all over that leaderboard, and boy, we got some shake-ups and matchups coming for you.
Me and Brandon finally raced again. Didn't have a $50 on the line. We were just trying to see who could take number 1 tonight. I think he had a few issues, but...
So the second round of the night, we were all sitting at the driver's meeting. I'd got the car ready just in case somebody called me back out. Nobody called me out. Just sitting by Brandon Tuck and just said, hey, you want to try it? I think I got the car straight. You know, I didn't know if I had enough to beat him, but he'd been having a few problems, so I won't say that I beat him, but you know, I did get the win that night and get the number 1 spot back. But Brandon hasn't made a clean pass the last few weekends as well.
My car's running terrible. We're trying to get that straight. Ryan Allen pushed the head gasket out today testing. Lewis's car is still not straight, and Keith Breslin didn't show up. So we're looking pretty like bare this race. Hopefully soon we'll get some good racing going.
We went out there and we spun again against John Dunn. We are obviously not having a great night, and we have not got a handle on the tow truck.
Charles Forrest this round. Did a pro stock burnout, probably got the tires a little too hot. Smoked them on the line, got me by 2. I'm number 8.
Number 8. So who you got next? Any call outs yet?
I'm pretty sure Ben Chick's gonna call me out. Hey, that's what we here for, ain't we?
Yeah. All right.
number 2 of the Get Fast 1 RVA list is in the books. So that leaves us with the Daniel Team Malibu, the Glenn pickup, Chad Glenn's Mustang, and the Dot 93 team with Provost coming back to the semifinals. Brandon Terry, the tow truck, coming up, currently holds the number 6 position on the Ultimate Street side of the field, and he'll race number 7 racer Charles Forrest. Boozilla, the Chevy Camaro here on the Pertex side. Terry is a nitrous-equipped pickup truck. Boozilla, of course, the boosted Chevy Camaro. 2 different power adders, 2 great competitors, 1 thundering number 6 position on the Ultimate Street list. Terry's pickup moving first, but Boozilla is marching, baby. Launching out to the top end, and Forrest goes number 6 on the Ultimate Street list. Terry been making a slide tonight. Chuck Otter's coming up, the nitrous-fed Chevy Camaro taking on Ben Chick in the Mustang. Otter's pre-stage Chick starts rolling in. Ready, set, and race them. Chuck moving well, but that Mustang is one tough piece over there on the George Mason side. Ben Chick schooling the field here on the George Mason lane, moving up to number 8. Here's John Dunn and Pete Decker. Dunn been moving up the list in a big way tonight, and he'll try to go to number 4, currently held by Pete Decker. John Dunn, number 5 in the Crusty Dart. Decker, a former number 1 racer, hanging out at the top of that Ultimate Street list, trying to defend his position against John Dunn. This Dart really coming on strong tonight. And they're off, wheels up, start. Side by side as they head down the Richmond Dragway 8th mile, and John Dunn starts to pull away at the finish and takes the number 4 position. And that finishes round number 3 of call-outs and shootouts. We get set for one more session tonight here on Friday night at Richmond Dragway, the Get Fast 1 RVA list.
So the race with Charles Forrest didn't quite go exactly how we planned. I mean, he only beat me by like that much.
I ran Brandon, but you know, I don't think he was on his game. He was having some traction issues or something was going on. It was off night for him, so I'm sure he'll get better. He did a big giant wheelie, you know, got a lot of publicity out of it. Maybe it scared him a little bit. He might have hurt the truck, so now I saw some where he posted where he made some chassis changes. So a lot of times you got to learn that chassis all over again. You know, changes, no matter how big or small, can affect your setup, you know. So he'd maybe be back in that learning curve again.
I had Ben Chick. Man, he put a couple car links on me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means for the other guys, but I see him being pretty fast on this list.
What about Cotton?
Cotton? Cotton's in a world of his own, so.
Your semifinal action here on the Ultimate Street Shootout. It's William Glenn, the C10 pickup, taking on Chad Glenn, the Ford Mustang. Trying to set up a final round for the Ultimate Street Shootout. And right now, it's the Glenn team. William on the George Mason side. Chad here on the Pertec lane. One of these Glenn's going to come back in the final round for the Ultimate Street Shootout. Who's going to be the Chevy C10 or the Ford Mustang? C10 runs into problems right off the line as the Ford Mustang for Chad Glenn, making it look easy on the Pertex side. He'll be back for the final round. Your Your last pair will be Jared Provost, the .93 Racing Mustang out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Donnie Daniel in the Malibu. Who's going to race Chad Glenn in the finals? Will it be the Malibu or the Mustang? Looks like it's going to be the Malibu. Provost having problems, and Donnie Daniel coming back to race Chad Glenn in the finals of the Ultimate Street Shootout. So the final run of the Ultimate Street Shootout, Chad Glenn bringing up the Ford Mustang, Donnie Daniel over there in the Malibu. Ford and Chevy battle here to decide who gets to race for the number 10 spot on the Get Fast 1 Ultimate Street list. This will be a hot lap run because we'll decide the winner of the shootout. Look at Daniel launching hard. The winner's going to have to come right back, and the winner's going to be Chad Glenn. The winner's coming back in just a few minutes to take on your number 10 spot racer, Don Huckstep. Some call-outs here on the Ultimate Street side of the list. This is for the number 5 spot between Charles Forrest and Pete Decker. The battle of the red Camaros. This one's happened multiple times, different spots on the list. Right now it's for the number 5 position. Boostzilla taking on the Decker team. Decker moving first. Boostzilla coming on strong on the George Mason Mortgage side. Headed out to the top end. Give it up for Boostzilla, baby. Your new number 5 on the Ultimate Street list. John Dunn coming up here. Gonna race Mike Ratliff for the number 3 spot. Dunn in the Crusty Dart. Ratliff, the beautiful Ford Falcon over there. Ratliff, one of the veterans on the list, so is Dunn. Both of them been around on this Ultimate Street list for a long time, and this is a race for the number 3 spot. Staged up and ready. Dunn launching first, Dunn launching faster. Let's see if that Dart can hold off Ratliff. Top end he can. John Dunn going all the way to number 3 in one Friday night, baby. Here's Ben Chick. Chick's currently number 8 on the list, taking on the tow truck. Number 7 on the list. Brandon Terry, the Performance Dynamics Get Fast 1 tow truck, taking on the Totsky-tuned Mustang of Ben Chick. A race for the number 7 spot on the Ultimate Street list. Pulling up to the starting line. A couple nitrous-fed beasts here on Friday night at Richmond Dragway. We start winding down the call-outs. This is a great one. Chick proving he's the class of the field, launching off first and knocking out the tow truck here, moving up to number 7. That screaming Mustang down the Pertex side. Here is the run for the number 10 spot. Don Huckstep, a veteran of the Get Fast 1 RVA list over there. The Ford Mustang on the George Mason lane, taking on the guy that just won the shootout. This is Chad Glenn. The battle of the Ford Mustangs between the crusty and trusty veteran, the Huckstep team, and the newcomer, Chad Glenn, trying to earn his way onto the top 10 list. Chad Glenn wheels up start. Does he have enough to hold off Huckstep? By a fender he does. Chad Glenn, your new number 10, and we say goodbye to your former number 10 racer, Don Huckstep, who's been on the list almost since the inception.
Took 10th spot. I won the shootout. I made 6 or 7 rounds tonight. Car ran good. Big shout out to PD, Brandon, everybody on y'all side. Did an awesome job putting this thing on. And I have a blast. Every time I come, I have a better time.
You made a clean sweep tonight, didn't you?
Did.
Yeah, I gotta go get my money.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Let's go get your money.
Let's go get my money.
Yeah, make sure you get a good video of that.
So we working our way up this time.
Yeah, I've been a long time trying to get some money from Mike Rightliff. Good run, man.
Yes, sir.
That was the best run all night.
It was good. Yes, sir.
Sure does feel good to get some of your money, though.
Yeah, I bet.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see you at the next race. All right. We got it working, bro.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, we got it working.
John, you win against Radley?
Yeah.
You finally beat your nemesis.
I told him, I said, man, it's been a long time since I'm trying to take some of your money. All right, thank you.
Things working out for you tonight too, huh?
There you go,
Yeah,
bud.
later. First part of the night didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So I got to run Mr. Dunn again.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, did he move up? No? Oh, he moved up.
Yeah.
Who do I got to run? Mine. The steady. That's,
You want to call him out now?
yes.
Now it's time to do it.
Yes. Number 5.
He's right over here. You want to get him? You waiting on money?
I'm right. No, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, he's right here.
Yes, sir.
Next race?
Okay, I thought so. Yes, sir. Take it easy on that.
Good. I don't think Brandon had a real clean pass, but I'm sure we'll do it a couple more times before the end of the year. It's finally got mine A to B again, so I'm happy with that. We'll see.
So you set out and you accomplished, right?
Yeah.
You got everything done y'all wanted to get done. See him in there.
More than that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was on kill night.
They told us just number 10, that's it, all we tried for, so I mean,
Yeah.
we're happy with that. Had a good night.
What did y'all end up to? 7? Yeah.
7.
That's a good night.
Yes, sir.
It's about as good as it can get.
Yeah,
So-
we're together, Ben did great, we're good to go.
Congratulations, guys. We'll
Appreciate
see
it,
you on the
man.
next one.
So I came in here tonight 4th on the list, and I'm leaving in 8th on the list. So dropped right much tonight, but you know, we have nights like that. Everybody has nights like that. I mean, at least I lost a race and not broke, so that's a good thing. But you know, we lost a couple guys off the list today. We lost Gene Motley. He couldn't get his car back together, so he couldn't make to defend the 10 spots that Ben Chick got on. Then Chad Glenn won the shootout, and he run Huckstep, and he outran Huckstep, so he's on the list. So we had 2 guys fall off the list this week, and a lot of people move around. So it's exciting, man. You never know what's going to happen. So don't miss the next race.
They're, you know, we're doing this whole big production thing. They're like, oh my God, Chad, you're the man. You won the shootout. You know, you're this, you that. It was, you know, it's pretty amazing actually. They're like trying to give me shirts and I'm signing stuff up here and all. And then, you know, the weird thing is the biggest fan I have, like behind closed doors, is Brandon Terry. He's like, oh my God, Chad, I love you so much. You're so fast. You know, you're my idol. You know, it kind of blows me away really. So. People want to know what I think about the list cars. Richard Tillman has the baddest backyard built car, he says, built in the backyard by the power lines. Ben Chick has by far the baddest company built car, business owner, chip in, friend, whatever. William Glenn does do well with his business. I have no one to help me actually, except for Richard Tillman. He does give me a hand from time to time. Brandon Tuck. Pretty consistent A to B, but let's face it guys, he's a bracket racer. When your car only runs but so fast, it's kind of hard to mess up. So like Brandon Terry for instance, do y'all really think he got on this list because he's got a fast truck? No. Paid this person or paid that person or whatever he had to do to get up on the spots, and that's why he is where he is. I mean, look at Cash Days guys, he made it 1.5 rounds and his truck fell apart. I think he actually, not to say it, but he kicked me a couple $100 to let him win that last round when he ran me at Cash Days, only because he had such a bad night Friday I let him do it, so I felt kind of bad for him. I mean, he almost got outran by Patrick Watts. I think that's what Rick Watts' car runs, about 13th. He's equals like Steve Toman. They run about the same thing. And then we got Gene Motley, Purple Rain. Purple Rain, that hasn't been popular in about 30 years. Probably why you're not on the list anymore, bud. And Boostzilla, do you have a bad ride? By all means. But you do have like a 33-16-50 drag rate on the back with a set of 22 feet wheelie bars hanging off the back of it, turbos hanging out the hoods, blowing scoops and caps off all the time. I mean, if I had a car of your element, I should be able to outrun 90% of the people in neutral. What's the issue? And John Dunn, I'm pretty sure you have some like great big blown 500-600 inch Hemi or something in there. And honestly, I thought about protesting you for the, factory weight reduction you have going on. Every race I see new rust holes coming through the quarters and stuff. You're losing weight wide open. We're gonna have to make you hit the scales again to see if you actually pass for the weight of that big block in there. Put you on the scales next race. And Ratliff, I'll be honest, there's nothing bad to say about you. You do a good job, man. I like you. And Huckstep, no offense, you have a really nice car. I know you've been on the list for about 3 or 4 years, but it comes a time in every dog's life where that fight just isn't in them anymore. They sent me in to retire you. You're off the list now. Now you can enjoy and spectate and stand by the fence and cheer us on. Sorry about that, buddy.
A great night of Get Fast 1 RVA List Racing here at Richmond Dragway. You won't want to miss a second of the action as the list roars back to life on Friday night, June the 8th. Your next Get Fast 1 RVA List Race here at Richmond Dragway. For more information, visit rvalist.com or visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/the RVA List.
Hey guys, is Chad still here?
You just missed him.
I told you to let me know when he was here. I'm his biggest fan and I want him to sign my book. It's Humpty Dumpty. I figured since he doesn't have a car name, we're gonna call it Humpty Dumpty because he's always breaking and putting that piece of crap back together again. And I just want to get a signature before he gets so popular that I can't get to him. He might be in the parking lot, so I'm gonna go see if I can find him.